Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a quick review of Spider-Man issue number 1, which just came out from Marvel Comics today at the time of this recording. Man, this was a great issue, I'll just say that right off the bat. I really enjoyed it all the way through. Basically, the creative team that we've got here, though, is Dan Slott writing. He wrote Amazing Spider-Man for, I think, like 10 years. I haven't read too much of his run, so just know that going into this. A lot of people had different opinions on his run. There are some ups, there are some downs from what I've heard. I only read that last story arc, the Go Down Swinging section of his run, and of course Superior Spider-Man, which I thought was really good. We've also got Mark Bagley doing the artwork in here. He also did this really simplistic cover that I think works really well here, but don't be thrown off by how simple this cover looks, how new reader friendly it looks. I would say this does give you a good chance and kind of explains everything going on in Spider-Man comics right now if you are a new reader, but it does start this brand new story arc called End of the Spiderverse. So it's like the third kind of installment in this whole Spider-Verse saga we've had told since the original Spider-Verse back in 2014, and this is kind of the sequel to Spider-Geddon, which was the sequel to Spider-Verse, so there is kind of a lot going on in this first issue, I will say that much, but they do a really good job of just getting you caught up on everything that's been happening in the Amazing Spider-Man title. We haven't had a really good Amazing Spider-Man run in a while, probably since Dan Slott left, right? And that's probably the psychology behind why they're deciding to relaunch the series, with Dan Slott coming back on board. The artwork in here, I will say, flows really nicely. The writing gets you caught up on the whole Norman Osborn situation, the whole situation with Spider-Man's new suit, which isn't on the cover here, weirdly. He has his old suit, but he's got this new high-tech suit. We see him interacting with the different people of New York City. I really like seeing some of that funny dialogue written by Dan Slott, which he's always been really good with. But then we get straight into the action of everything. We see this whole End of the Spider-Verse thing being set up for next issue, really, and we see all of these different versions of Spider-Man that are in the main 616 universe coming to help out Spidey against this new foe that he's facing, whose name is Shathra. I'll just say that much. She has these powers where she can send these spider flies, spider mosquitoes I think they called them, through interdimensional portals. This is a non-spoiler review. I'm just going to quickly give you guys my thoughts like I have been. So I'm not going to get too far into it beyond that, but Morlun is also involved, who's one of the inheritors, who would suck the life out of all the different spider people from the different universes. That was the idea behind Spider-Verse and Spider-Geddon, but with this new End of the Spider-Verse, seems like it's going to be a little bit different. So overall, really great issue. I thought it was well written by Dan Slott. He's always been one of my favorite writers, and although I was sad to see him leave Fantastic Four and take on Spider-Man, I think it's going to be well worth the switch there, because this first issue was really well done in every way that Amazing Spider-Man hasn't been for so long. To give you guys a final rating out of 10, though, for this first issue, I think I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Overall, the writing was well done. It was funny, like I said, which is really something that we should value in Spider-Man comics more, in my opinion. And the artwork is standing strong by Mark Bagley. He's pretty old, I know. He's been in the business for a long time and drawn Amazing Spider-Man before, but he's still doing great pencils for Marvel. He's always got some sort of title coming out from them, which is impressive. So, yeah, well-written issue. I'm really looking forward to this series being ongoing. I'm not sure what their plans are for it, though, after the End of the Spider-Verse thing is over, so that's why I'm still a little bit dubious. But sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of this issue. If you haven't picked it up yet, I do recommend trying it out, especially if you're a new Spider-Man reader. They really do get you up to date on everything you wouldn't already know about Spider-Man. If you haven't been picking up Amazing Spider-Man, pick up this. It's way better anyway, so I do recommend it. It's Spider-Man issue number 1. Hope you guys like this review. If you did get some good information from it and you want to show a little bit more support to the channel, you can hit the subscribe button down below also if you're not already subscribed. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next review. Bye, guys.